I wasn't expecting a light to come on. Hello. I know what to say hi or hello, but what up, though, everyone? That's your girl Reminiscent here with the message. This is for the new moon Leo. Right now, the moon has moved into Leo, but it hasn't gone exact new moon yet. So, here's a message for this energy lasting a few days, but of course, the moon cycle until the next new moon. So we are using the Mystic Rebel Oracle deck with the Modern Witches Rider Waite deck. And the first thing we got here is talk to your guides. We have Worry Not, Return to Nature, and New Love. So with those, we have the Knight of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the Three of Cups. So with the Worry Not here, the only way we can make sure we're not in a state of worry is if we get off our butts and get to action instead of procrastinating. We don't, of course, want to overdo it, which the Knight of Wands can do. It's a fire energy. Leo energy has a tendency to overdo it or to overcompensate because it has so much passion. And right now, Mars is with the Sun and Mercury. Here we can see that. So learn to, especially with Mercury, mercurial energy, we want to take action so we can stop worrying, but be practical in how we move. Returning to nature and the Two of Wands. So we want to make a decision, we want to make a choice that's based off of who we truly are and not what we want to appear to be. This is an Aries energy, the Two of Wands. So this is about taking action yet again, but basically don't sit around too long wondering if the actions that you taken were actually going to work or not, especially when it comes to doing intentional things when you're trying to manifest something. Always return to nature when you're done with taking necessary action. Return to nature, get back into meditation, get back into getting in touch with earth, and that can go from eating to what you watch, what you talk about, or even like exercising, taking in more water. Like do something that will naturally heal you internally from the energy that you use to take action, so that instead of doubting or trying to see whether the actions are actually going to take hold or not, you can let that manifestation go after you put the work into it so that it can actually return back to you. We have the New Love with the Three of Cups, and the Three of Cups is a card about reuniting and being honest about how you feel about other people and how you can appreciate them or understand ways that maybe you weren't appreciated in some form or fashion, and accepting that, it's time to heal and nurture that part of yourself so you're not holding on to those emotions. This is a Cancer card. And right now, just before, we experienced the dark moon in Cancer, where that's about emotions that we're having a hard time letting go of. Cancer likes to hold on very tightly to things, especially when there's emotions there. They feel they have the right to, crabs. They'll hold on for dear life. But at the same time, there are certain things that you should hold on to, and then there are things that you should let go of. And when it comes to letting go during the dark moon, we want to let go of those deep, watery, those emotions that are not allowing us to accept new love to come into our lives. And Cancer being a personal sign can definitely mean that on a personal level with the new moon in Leo, which rules the spine, the heart center being expressed, the solar plexus, expressing our I am presence. When we allow ourselves into a new form or a new way of loving who we truly are when it's all said and done. This allows us to attract those who are like us and show appreciation further for not only ourselves for doing the work to get there and not procrastinating, but also having that love within allows us to show that love without. And we get to accept the emotions of those who maybe don't feel the same way. And it might take us a while to accept that cup or that decision that was made. However, if you should be happy when people care, and you should also be happy when people don't care, because when people don't care, that allows you the freedom to do whatever it is you was going to do anyway. And you have less people to be concerned about because they don't care. So at the bottom, we got to talk to your guys in the 8 of Wands. So I feel like this is definitely a good time for us to start communicating as frequently as possible with spiritual guides that we have that are assigned to us. And the response or the communication may come faster than you may realize. So with the Knight of Wands, we are looking at the Chariot, the Queen of Wands, and the Magician. So to me, when it comes to taking that action, not being super reckless, we are initiating a new way of going about handling a situation that will bring us victory. With the Queen of Wands, this is a beautiful opportunity, a beautiful chance, a way for us to show what we're truly made of. We get to shine. And with the Magician, this is Mercury here, which is right now on the sun. They're going through a conjunction point. So that power that we have to wheel our emotions into reality, we have everything we need. Therefore, we don't have to worry, of course. So with the Mercury, though, we get to be very astute, very witty, and figuring out things that maybe before we weren't really feeling like we were able to do, but now that we are, we have that confidence back, the Queen of Wands, to go ahead and fulfill whatever mission that we started here with the Chariot, that the Mercury, the messenger, is still going to help us finish out. So we have Return to Nature and the Two of Wands. We have the Death card, 7 of Cups, both scorpionic energy, and the Knight of Cups. So when it comes to us making a decision and sticking with it and not going back and forth wondering if it's really going to happen or is it not going to happen, we already gave our worries away, and we already decided here when we gave our worries away that we would go and only focus on things that are going to bring us exactly the long-term fulfillment we're looking for. Cancer is an energy, like I said, that likes to hold on to things. So when we find a new thing to hold on to, that is going to bring us more confidence in how we do it, so that we are able to let that death or that experience of making a choice go. We're experiencing a death, a complete change, a transformation from being confused, from looking at all these different options that we can honestly take, and forcing us to choose one, and understanding that when we make a choice, yeah, we're no longer in one space, but now we've progressed into another, just from being more in touch with who we are. And all of this is water energy. So when it comes to returning to nature, with that Two of Wands, even though it's fire, fire is water. It's just the water that you can see, divine masculine energy. So this whole entire row, even she's here with water, this whole entire row is just about us being in touch with how we feel and acting on what it is that we truly want. This is both scorpionic energy, seeing our emotions all the way through and then making a final cut decision and then moving in that direction and not looking back. Scorpio energy is definitely about transformations. And once something has been transformed, it doesn't go backward, it just keeps moving forward. And we move forward with the cup that we've chosen out of these 7 to focus all of our energy on. And again, we see here crab energy, Cancer energy. So it's something new that we get to hold on to in order to manifest. Now, with the Magician going back here, it has everything it needs. It has the fire, it has the water, it has the earth, it has the air, and it understands that its connection to ether allows that magic to be fulfilled. So maybe when the key to us simply not worrying with all this action we're taking, being in touch with our emotions and picking emotionally where we're actually headed to, that deeper intention allows us to have the complete fulfillment we're looking for. And once we fill up our cup, we can go ahead and pour it out back to the universe and pay homage, have a libation for those that came before us and thank them for working with us when we are willing these things into existence with our own magic. And we make the decision, and then we, it's over, we're moving on. So here we're moving on to something new love, 3 of Cups, accepting how we feel and how we feel about others and how others feel about us. And like I was saying, that can go more than one way. You should always celebrate the truth. And when it comes to emotions, you never want to hold on to something that's not real. And when I say real, I mean not a part of your reality. Bring balance into your reality and expand on what is going to bring you balance. And then Jupiter again with the 4, we go from 2 to 4. Now we're opening up again another duality where we're pondering, we're meditating on what is going to bring us the true reality that we want, and the work that comes with that when we release energies we don't need and allow new ones to come in. So we have a new tribe or new emotions that help us, that we focus on filling our cups with. We can use that to start planting with this earth energy, Capricorn energy, to grow and expand. And then our minds are also growing and expanding in this new love, this new energy, this new manifestation that we are putting ourselves in. And with the Princess of Swords, we are able to take mental notes or receive messages, especially with the talk to your guides here at the bottom. We're going to receive confirmations that we are being looked after, we are being sought after. And it doesn't have to mean that someone is literally like watching or spying on us, although that can be true. They want to see how you feel. But when it comes to our true twin flame, our own connection to our mind and our hearts, we want to let in new love for ourselves and all the different things that we've been through and all the different things we let go to balance that reality that we're looking for. And when we make peace with our dark, it allows us to accept more light in, and then vice versa. It's a wave that keeps going. And with this Jupiter and Libra energy, we're manifesting with the power of our mind, the Magician. The mind is all. We get to manifest the reflection in the world we want to see, starting with the reflection in us that we want to see in others. And you get to see that, and you get confirmation, you get messages showing that that is what's going on now based on the people who's around you. Okay, so again, we do have transformation, so you may have to make a choice to get rid of things, people, places, ideas that are no longer able to thrive because it brings us worry, it brings anxiety, it brings insecurity, it brings a loss of confidence. We have to get rid of those things in order to accept this new way of loving ourselves, bettering ourselves. And that energy is, reflected out in the world and around the people we hang around. So if you're around people, places, or things that don't make you feel good about yourself, then obviously you're attached to something emotionally, definitely, that's helping you manifest situations where you are imbalanced in some way. You're being restricted in some way. And you need to take that message head on and make a choice, make a decision, and act on it. Alrighty, and that's my message for this new moon in Leo for August 18th, 2020. Definitely wish you guys the best. Thank you for being here and visiting my page. Be sure to read more about the New Moon Leo post on my Patreon account under luminescent6.org. You can also subscribe to my Patreon as more written transits. The blog post will be now available on Patreon in the last tier, but you will still be able to have other tiers where available. There'll be 3 tiers available on my Patreon, so pick one that works for you. But you will have the regular daily horoscope messages like this, or specific transit, which this kind of is too, but it's just tomorrow, which makes it kind of a daily. But and then the written will be available to everyone as well. So thank you again, and remember to talk to your guides, your spirit guides, your angels, your guardian angels, any other worldly creatures that have soul affinity for you. They're here for you, and they're ready to respond and help you take off the blindfold. So take the blindfold off, you taking the blindfold off of yourself and allowing yourself to see how amazing you truly are, and like sitting in that energy. These 2 repeat cards, sit in that energy of being confident, being sure, being beautiful, being bold, being fearless, and ready to take on whatever you need to get you where you want to go. You know, you have the capacity to do that, and once you embody this, it will be reflected on the outside. Libra energy. Okay, and peace.